are we hoping for from the Horde mode? For anyone who has played Horde mode in Gears of War or Zombies mode in COD, you will be familiar with the mechanics. Different waves that get progressively harder, often on different maps, and with the ability to buy upgrades, turrets, barriers, etc. So what would the Space Marine version look like? I can see them using the current PvP maps, perhaps, or maybe a new area, or a new arena like Destiny had, or haven't played in a while. I'm not too sure what they're referring to with Destiny, but I know there was definitely a certain Horde mode in that, right? But that said, okay, so Gears of War and Zombies. So Gears of War, I think, did it very well. And Zombie mode is good. I feel like Zombie mode is good, but they put a lot of time into the Easter eggs and stuff. So I'm not too sure if I want to go down that direction. Anything even close to an upgrade to what we had in Gears of War will definitely be the play, at least for me personally. I do like a Horde mode, so I'm looking forward to this one. I would like to see an increase to 4 players. Yeah, having more players in Horde mode would be huge. That would make it feel really unique rather than just an extended operation, I guess. But like, yeah, something like 4 players would be cool, but I wouldn't hold out any hope for that. Dude, when they start to announce Horde mode details, oh my god, people are going to have a lot to say. But imagine they stick with 3. Okay, yeah, I like this. Maybe they will do something where we hold an outpost or even on a ship. Would love that. Give me Space Crusade vibes. However they do it, I just hope it's pure carnage and we can buy a support Dreadnought at some point. So yeah, I can see the Dreadnought making an appearance. So here's the thing. I definitely wanted to relay the question to you guys if you guys have any good realistic expectations for Horde mode. We're going to go into, what we're hoping for, but I'm going to try to find things that are realistic as far as what we could get. And I do like the way this poster kind of formatted their expectations. 4 players, but imagine we stick with 3. It would be nice if we had 4 players. It would just be like a nice spice up for Horde mode, I think. Also, yeah, I know the devs made, at least some of the devs were involved with World War Z, right? World War Z is a Horde mode zombie game. I'm not 100% sure how many players are there, but I'm pretty sure it was 4 also. And then, yes, the Dreadnought is something, honestly, we could expect. I think the Dreadnought is actually pretty realistic considering, Fall of Atreus. Horde mode wish list. In anticipation of Horde mode, I wanted to put out a wish list of things that I feel would make the mode feel more hardcore and give the feeling of being a true Astartes. Basically a customizable Horde mode where you survive as long as possible. Increased minor enemies, increased only major. Okay. This is a wish list of things for Horde mode. And why would you... This is weird, so I'm just confused with the format. I gotta say, minor enemies sometimes, don't really... I'm not very... I don't get excited by taking down a whole bunch of smaller enemies, I gotta be honest. If there's something that gets me, more motivated to take out the majors are just a lot more fun to fight, I think. So, something like only majors, I would be super down for. That said, that does sound pretty hard. Increased only extremist enemies. I could say, okay, yeah, increased or / only extremists. Only extremists in a Horde mode? Are you crazy? Maybe with a Dreadnought or something. Oh my god, that would look so sick. Dude, oh my god, dude, the Horde mode is going to be amazing, man. Okay, but that said, only extremists, I'm not too sure if we should expect that. Increased only melee or ranged enemies. Fog of War, like the ballistic engine missions. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see them doing that. So a handful of stuff actually I can see happening. Mexican standoff. Each player must hold their separate hill. I'm not too sure what that's supposed to mean. Randomized layout. Yeah, that's interesting. That's fair. I feel like it's going to be randomized just based on the resources we have. Melee only, ranged only. No. Floor is lava. Certain map areas deplete health if stood upon. That just sounds like a, basically that's just possible anyway, isn't it? like if a Hellbrute comes in and does his plasma cannon attack, there's definitely ways the enemies. Yeah, we already have floors lava in the game, like stranglers and stuff. No armor regeneration. Okay, yeah, that's like a that could definitely happen. that could definitely be a thing. I feel like that could be an absolute difficulty thing also, but yeah, that sounds scary. Removal of Perry Alert. Yeah, some of these are just like modifiers. All right, 1-hit death. No. Okay, these last 3 I'm not super excited about. Well, I would say the last 4 I'm not super excited about. Okay, maybe melee or range. Yeah, I don't know. They started, there's a handful of stuff here that's good, like Fog of War, randomized layout. Yeah, but like I like the extremist spawns, the increased extremist spawns. I can see that being something. But obviously, some of the stuff is probably going to be in it, and some of the stuff isn't, you know. One-hit death, I'm not too sure why we need a one-hit death modifier. Unless it's like a nuke thing, like how they have it in Call of Duty, you know, where you can get the nuke and explodes everything. I mean, we're probably going to have something like that. But that said, in this game, I'd rather do that myself. But okay, let's check out some other ideas. Some of these were pretty interesting, but yeah, some of these were not very realistic, I think. I hope ammo isn't constraint melee. I don't mind being ammo conscious on lethal, it's fair, but in a mode where I want to be able to kill thousands of mobs, I don't want to be stuck thinking better preserve my ammo for the next wave, or God forbid going into melee as a heavy. Okay, heavy melee mentioned, which is great. That said, I completely agree. I completely agree. I think horde modes are better off when they give you an abundance of resources, but give you, you know, challenges to overcome, so it should feel very battle heavy. There should be a lot of battles, and you need a lot of resources for that. So yeah, I think this is realistic. I don't mind being ammo conscious, but you know, he doesn't want to. Yeah, I hope ammo isn't constraint. So definitely, yeah, there should be like an ammo box. Like I'll straight up say, there should be an infinite ammo box at some point on the map that everyone knows where it's at, and it's not randomly placed. Yeah, that's realistic. Hoping it's a bit like Gears 3 in that we get random waves of enemies, so we could get Tyranids and Chaos, and they fight each other, and oh my god, okay. Last time I did a Horde video, it was a while ago. It was definitely a long time ago, and I think now we have better expectations. But yeah, we were saying some wild stuff, like planes, and it you know, it definitely got out of control. But that said, this could be the closest to the fence possible, and I think this is possible also. Like, this is like on the fence of realistic and unrealistic, is the fact that, like, is there a game that is possibly this fun? No, I'm just kidding. But like, honestly, this would be great. This would be great because everyone loves Operation Number 3 for this reason, is the fact that you can see Chaos and Tyranids fight each other. And yeah, if Gears 3 can do it, why not? Why not us? Why not Space Marine 2? Random waves. See, yeah, the thing is, I think there should be a specific wave for it, though. I don't think it should be random, but I think there should be like a certain wave where it's just like a pure chaos wave. I'm not as Chaos Thousand Suns, but just like pure random enemy wave. And yes, this could happen. That would be sick. But like, not like random enemy wave kind of sounds like I just want Hellbrutes to spawn in the place of minorous enemies, but no. I just like random majors that are Tyranids or Chaos. That would be cool. Something like that. And then extremists can spawn randomly. And then I guess every wave should also have like a set terminus enemy. So you know wave 10 is the Hellbrute, and then you could strategize around that. That would be cool. I don't know. I like random stuff, but like sometimes it can get too random where it's like, all right, no strategy at all. You just got to get lucky, you know? So definitely got to toe the line a little bit there for sure. But this is a good idea. I imagine it'll be just like the Horde mode from Space Marine 1. Well, I would imagine that we should have some upgrades, but that said, there's a Horde mode in Space Marine 1, and I should probably try that out. I did not know that. Or maybe it did, but maybe I did, but like I forgot. That said, I think Space Marine 1 is on sale right now. I might try this. Waves of enemies, weapon resupplies, and just killing progressively harder waves. Okay, waves of enemies, weapon resupplies, and just killing progressively harder waves. Pretty much operations without as much story or movement. Just an open field, some closet doors, and lots of DACA. All right. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I definitely imagine it's gonna be more than this. So when I go for realistic expectations for this video, I guess this one would be on the lower end, where this is just like, you don't have any, you don't have any expectations. That said, oh my god, how bad would this age if this ends up being true? I'm honestly, I have more faith in the devs than them just delivering something that is, you know, the same from the first game. We've seen a lot in this game that is just a much bigger step up than Space Marine 1. I have seen Space Marine 1 footage, but I also know in executions you can get hurt in that game, so like I don't know. And could you make the argument that Space Marine 1 didn't do anything to change like simple mechanics like that for like executions or pretty much anything? It's just like it's a bit of a stretch. So I think this comment is a bit of a stretch for how little they would end up doing. Being able to buy guardsmen, heavy weapons emplacements would be pretty cool. Say your job is defend the base as long as possible. Then as you progress, you buy squads. You know, guardsmen's, autocannons, heavy bolter emplacements that gets dropped in via Valkyrie. Okay, yes, this is something that was more in line with what we were talking about last time. I think the idea with the heavy weapons is cool, but I don't know if they would let us buy, like, Valkyrie I guess is just to drop something in, but I'm just not too sure if they would go that far. I don't know. That's interesting. I do think it's a good idea though. Like, it is a good idea. It would definitely add to the immersive element as well for Horde mode if there's just unique things about it visually and, you know, obviously mechanically, but like, yeah, something like a Valkyrie just flying in and dropping down some sort of, a autocannon heavy bolter emplacement, like, or the guardsman also having a Valkyrie drop in guardsman. I feel like it's simple enough. But that said, I'm not gonna hold out hope that they're gonna add in a Valkyrie to kind of just drop in for Horde mode. I do think it would be cool to just, you know, use points to upgrade turrets and stuff. Guardsman is I think a good idea, but like at the same time, guardsmen they're kind of fodder, aren't they? So they might not even be good. But yeah, that said, definitely let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about Horde mode. I'm super excited about it, so I definitely wanted to talk about it a little bit because I just wanted to envision it a little bit more. And I do think there are some good suggestions here, but there are definitely some, maybe there aren't great ones, but it does seem genuinely that everyone has a grounded expectation for Horde mode. So I think we're just definitely just looking forward to more content for the game for the most part.